What's up everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about the top 6 paranormal things to ever happen to me in my entire life. From least scary to most scary. So if you're into that stuff, make sure you stick around. And if you enjoyed the video, it would help a lot if you liked and subscribed for more content. Starting off with number 1. The Black Ghost. When I was a little kid, me, my brother, and my cousin used to hang out a lot and pretend as if we were in some great adventure. And one day we're at my house and our parents decided to leave. We didn't know where they went, and us being the adventurers that we were, decided we should go look for them. So we go to my garage to get our bikes, and while we're trying to get them out, we hear the garage door open and then close. I know what you're thinking, Nandowski, it could have just been the wind. Yeah, no, my garage door weighs a lot for some reason, so it would take a decent amount of pressure to open it. So we're staring at each other in shock when suddenly it happens again. And then again. The audacity of this ghost. It happened like a total of 3 times, and once we got over our initial fear, we went to go check to see if there was someone behind it, or if it was the wind, but it wasn't either of those. And the only other person in the house was my aunt, who was sleeping. So we woke her up and asked her if she went to the garage or if she saw anything, and she said no. We decided not to go look for our parents, and we all said that we saw a black ghost opening and closing the door. That's what we named the ghost, since at the time our kid brains thought that that was the only possible explanation for what happened. We had a few more sightings after that, but to this day, we still have no idea what it was. Number 2. The church possession. I used to go to church a lot, and one time I'm just chilling listening to the word of God, and out of nowhere this lady just starts screaming like she's being tortured. I know it was a little boring, but it wasn't that boring. She's in pain, everyone turns around all confused, and I'm just like, what the hell? Heck. I went to Spanish church, so everything the lady was screaming was in Spanish, but it basically went like this. God, forgive me, I can't do this anymore, help me, God, please, it hurts. It hurts, God, forgive me. I'm sorry, I can't do this anymore. Ah! I was like, holy guacamole, am I about to witness an exorcism? She was screaming all this while the priest was talking and doing priest things. But once church ended, they asked everyone to leave, and on my way out, I just see the priest get close to her and start spraying holy water all over her face, making it burn up, and I'm just kidding, that didn't happen. But like, imagine? That'd be crazy. Anyways, he just goes up to her, and she's screaming, and that's it. Unfortunately, that's all I got to see. But whether or not she was possessed or possessions are real, it was spooky. Number 3. You shouldn't know you're dreaming. This didn't happen to me in real life, but in my dreams, and it happened twice. The first time I was dreaming and I was having a conversation with this one guy. We were like meditating or something, and suddenly I realized that I'm dreaming. So it instantly becomes a lucid dream. And I turn to him and I'm like, dude, I'm dreaming. Then he turns to me and he's like, you shouldn't know that. Wait, what? Then I just wake up. The second time it happened, I was in a post-apocalyptic world and I'm with this girl, and suddenly I realize that I'm dreaming again, and I look at her and I say, hey, I'm dreaming, this is all a dream. And then she says, don't tell anyone that, you're not supposed to know, come with me before they find out. And then I wake up again. It was creepy. I don't know where she wanted to take me, and I don't know why we're not supposed to know that we're dreaming. I wish I could ask, but I never can. Number 4. Call from Mexico. For this one, I'm not going to animate it due to the nature of the events and out of respect for those involved, but I do want to talk about it because of how odd it was. So basically, my dad had a friend whose son was murdered not far from where I live. They found his truck covered in leaves and he was nowhere to be found. Now my dad was taking part of the investigation a bit, but one day they got a call from a psychic telling them that their son visited her in her sleep and told her to tell his parents that he's in a lake along with another guy. Fast forward and they end up finding his body in a lake. They didn't find the other guy, but this so-called psychic was in Mexico, which is weird. Not only that, she said there were 2 bodies there. So this is where I come in. A couple days after they find his body, I get a call. Guess from where? Yup, Mexico. I decided not to answer, and after I told my parents, my dad stopped being so involved. He didn't say anything about the number they called me and instead just told me not to answer, which I didn't. We had theories that this psychic wasn't actually a psychic and instead was actually one of the murderers who had a guilty conscience, since the police say that phone records showed 3 people were involved, most likely 2 men and a woman. As far as I know, they never caught them and they're still out there to this day. Number 5. Evil entities. If you've watched my videos for a while, you'll know that I have out-of-body experiences pretty often. You can check those videos out here. And also, if you remember, these entities that I see in my dreams don't make any sense when they talk to me. They sound like this. Until recently, they actually started speaking English. I guess they took English classes because I actually understand them now. One of the first times this happened, I got all the usual cues, the vibrating, screeching, and being in a pitch black place. So there I was floating and stuff, minding my own business, when suddenly I feel multiple presences around me, as if there were other beings there. It's hard to explain, but I'm obviously freaking out. And in my journey for answers, one piece of advice I was given was to imagine a warm bright light around me, and it'll scare away any evil beings, because I guess they're afraid of love or something. We have a lot more in common than I thought. So that's what I did, and it worked, except it didn't. I feel them go away, but then I feel one of them come back from far, far away. I know this doesn't make any sense, but bear with me. I feel her come towards me, she leans into my ear and she says, "We can blow you away now." And I freaked! This was, I think, the first time I actually understood what they said. It wasn't a blah, 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 blah. It was crystal clear English on my right ear. And then to make things worse, or better, depending on how you look at it, she bites me. Damn girl, at least buy me a drink first. So I do the protective light move, she lets me go, she circles under me, and then she just flies off into the distance. And it's so weird because I can feel her go further and further away. After that, I wake up and the right side of my neck feels weird, like I pinched a nerve, which I probably did, honestly, it's the only reasonable explanation. Then I just didn't go back to bed. Was she the black ghost I saw as a child? I don't know. But all I know is I was fully conscious, and it's not the first time this has happened. Number 6. The Duende. Until about 5 months ago, I never knew that what I saw was a duende. I didn't even know duendes were a thing. I just thought that what I saw was a little gnome person. But it was a duende. For those of you who don't know, a duende is basically a goblin, and it's originally from Spanish folklore. They're thought to be mischievous, and the internet says they either live in a forest or inside of children's bedroom walls. And guess how old I was when I saw one? I was like 6 or something. I was a child. So everything clicked when I found all this out. Apparently they can either be good or bad, helping lost travelers, or clipping the toenails off of children. Worst case scenario, they take the entire toe. Fortunately for me, I still have all my toes, and I've never gotten lost in the forest. So this happened to me when I was a kid, and I was sleeping in my room. Now the room was set up so that my bed was in front of my closet, and I used to sleep with the closet light on because I preferred it that way since I was scared of waking up and seeing a pitch black doorway in front of me. So one day I'm sleeping when suddenly I wake up to some weird noises. I sit up and that's when I see the shadow of a little gnome looking thing. He's walking across my closet and he kinda sounds like this. I obviously freaked out and I don't know why, but instead of yelling for my parents or something, I decide I'm just gonna go back to sleep. The next morning, I checked my closet and there were no holes or anything, which is weird because I don't know how he got in or out. And then I pretty much just acted like nothing happened. But it became a core memory. And no, it wasn't my imagination. It wasn't a dream. I know what a dream feels like and this was real. And I will stand by that until the day I die. I don't care what anyone says. With that being said, when I found out it was a duende that I most likely saw, it all made sense. I was a child, I'm Mexican, and my toes are disgusting. So it's no wonder he wanted nothing to do with me. I guess the one I saw wasn't evil or he just didn't know I was there. But one thing's for sure though, it was creepy. So those are the top 6 scariest things that ever happened to me in my entire life. So leave a like if you enjoyed. Let me know if you got scared and subscribe for more content. Peace out.